Hey, Destroyer, how are you, bud? How are you, sir? You're having a good day, Destroyer? Hey, Fish Camp. What's up, CM Punk? Finished getting the socials put out here, and then we'll get kind of rocking and rolling. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Hopefully you're having a good Monday. Ducky, uh, Sloy, Pokemaster Hunter. It was a good start, Destroyer. Hey, Mr. Officer. Don J, what's good, my man? How you do be, though, Don J? I used to be in your faction. Zeiss, Supersize, Patty Cake, Scotty, go blue. How are you doing, Scott? You and the family. How's everybody doing, bud? It's good, great actually to see you, Scotty. Wilpus, how are you? OG Kenny, what's good? What up, Coach Rick? What up? JC, how are you? So hopefully before the end of the stream, the coin event is done because I want to do my 6-star Evos today. Awesome, Scott. That's great news. Very good news. JC, how are you? Viking, what's up? Miki, I'm doing well. Pokemaster Hunter, how are you? How are you? Thanks, Ducky. I try. I have some catching up to do. I'm a little bit behind on posting some recent videos in the Superstar section, and I want to streamline boss battle and start a video room for all boss battle stuff where I can just post the boss battle videos and people can refer back to those still. So it's a slow process, but I'm working on it. I'm glad you like it. Hey, One Wing, how are you? No, there's gonna be a coin event, I'm pretty sure. Spring break, nice, dude, enjoy. Pretty sure there'll be a coin event. There always is on a Monday, so can't imagine we won't have one. Let me double check and see if there's any updates yet. I don't see any updates yet. Nope, no updates yet. So no updates on that. The current event that's going on looks like the last one we had last month, like with the birthday one and then the other one. So I'd imagine we'll have 2 sets of tours and that sort of thing, you know? So these points are going to be there, it looks like, as well. Hey, Rules, how are you? Lewis, what's up? Jordan, how are you? Are you talking about Zombie HBK? Likely only in October, and then if we have Spring Outbreak, which typically we always have Spring Outbreak usually. Spring Outbreak could be any time like after this month and before like July. Usually it tends to be April, but not always. Hey Hoodie, how are you? T-Bob, thank you for the raid, man. How was your stream? Welcome in, Raiders. Zandel, SP8, Lurchy, Evo, yeah, bud. CWH, hello, I think I missed you. IP Daily, I don't know if I said hi. Nothing yet. Showboat Andre to 6-star. Okay, I can respect the hustle. For the moment. HD, how are you, bud? Spinzizzle, how are you? I don't know if they'll give Z-Dom gear. That would be awesome. Spring Outbreak and zombies in general, I typically always enjoy. So Spring Outbreak's always something I look forward to. Boss Battle was good for me. I mean, I hate using KO because he's random. Obviously, he was really good. So I did 3 carries with KO, and then I just used Unfreeze the whole time. That depends. Starlight. I mean, if I had wanted to go with the moment and use him in feud, I would go with the bleed setup. The Tiara was really fun. He's just pretty good in general. It's kind of whatever you feel like, whatever you got the trainers for, whatever playstyle you like. I think that's his strong suit is his versatility. I don't see him being like completely OP. At the same time, I see him being very good at a lot of different things, right? So it's kind of however you feel like playing him. And I would honestly say with most cards, sorry, posters, don't find me, Furpo. You really can get most of the new stuff usable. Um, depending on how you want to go, you know? Like, I've been using Rocker completely, and then I'm a Sammy mark, so I just switched and started haluva kicking everyone with Sammy now because it's fun for me. Eventually, I'm sure I'll get sick of it and then go back to doing other stuff, but usually you tend to play what you have fun with more. I mean, realistically, nobody's chasing leaderboards, you know what I mean? So who cares if something's a few seconds slower or faster, or very few people, like such a small percentage of the game. Um, that it doesn't really matter. So play what you have fun with, is what I say. Yeah, FOD. There have been gear lately in the outbreaks. I mean, I think that's a good assumption, right? That we'll get gear of some kind. Adkin Steel, how are you? Stumpy, what's up? Happy time zone, everyone? Okay, Luck, I'm not sure what that means, but happy time zone to you as well. So, Corbin went to sixes? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What all we got going on today? So the like I said, this event seems very similar to the last ones. So I would anticipate a tour tomorrow. Talent Up was thankfully only 1K each. That wasn't bad, although getting harder for if you have a Hogan to do that Talent Up for a lot of people if they haven't maxed out. So um, these ones, I'm not sure how worth these are going to be your time. This is a lot of moves for not very many points. Um, well, I mean 600,000, I guess. 60,000 on this one, I mean, and 100,000 on this one. So 160,000 points. I don't really feel like those are probably worth it unless you have a ton stockpiled. Um, you know, I'll get some of them just coinciding with the evolution. Yeah, I would agree with that. Evo, they be traps. I'll get what I get with this one, right? When I do these, so it's fine. Yeah, so Hogan was expensive for me to talent up for sure. No question. Not yet. I just checked HD. Literally just checked. And I'll just check right now, 5 minutes after the last check. So no, nothing yet, bud. Nothing yet. What else? What else? Backstage should be up now. Interesting, this week it had, so I was hoping, huh, last week the Backstage Pass was really good. It had the midweek stuff. So, you know, we'll see if it happens this week. I did buy it this week. This was kind of neat that there's some of the prize wall currency in this one. Not a significant amount yet, but I don't know. Maybe we get that every day, because there's some cool stuff in that prize wall there. So again, Backstage Pass is looking pretty interesting to me. Something I might get. I was kind of hoping there would be a strap for Beth, like there was some kind of strap for Beth, like crazy one like Batista's last week, because I love Beth. So if there was like a big gem damage one or something like that in the backstage, I was gonna jump all over that. But I see nothing so far. Scopely, if you're listening, hook us up with a Powerhouse Beth special strap so Mherex can spend some money. No, it's weekly, Ducky. It's weekly. Weekly. So I think that's about it in there. Maybe tomorrow, yeah, we can hope. The tour is not too bad if you have a Super Stacy. Obviously, if you don't have Super Stacy, um, the Ruthless Aggression tag might, you know, hopefully you don't have to use Beth twice. But who's the best Ruthless Aggression besides Super Stacy for the bonus? I mean, at least you can use anyone. They're open, so we can do some Shayna testing, or I can this week at some point, which I've been looking forward to. Yeah, hopefully, Yojo. Hey, Jam, how are you? Um, because I want to test Shayna out, because I don't really love her yet, and I don't want to recommend her completely. I can't click the contest anymore, so I guess I could sort this by era instead. But Molly, okay, yeah, Molly's less rare than Super Stacy for sure. She would do well with it. Acro Trish, slow, but it worked. Right on. Hey, Jigsaw. Thank you, by the way. So yeah, I do have some different news on stuff going on this week. We are going to get an Austin 316 event, for sure. So 316, there will be an Austin event. I'll have a little bit more details on that in a bit, but there will be an Austin 316 event. Some of the tentative details for that I'll have later. But of course, all that's subject to change, so you know, take that with a grain of salt. What else can I talk? Oh yeah, Showdown. Should be update should be very soon for Android for the Showdown, sometime this week. Likely, it should be force updated by the weekend. So it's possible, maybe by Friday, not guaranteed, but maybe by Friday, the career mode for Showdown will be, the new Showdown will be out. So there's some news there on Showdown. Um, what else? Let's see. Yep, 316 thing gonna happen. I think those are the kind of the big things. Yeah, FOD. Mine sits there collecting dust, right? Once in a while I use him as a trainer. I mean, I don't know for sure. I would be surprised if it's Showdown. I asked if it was feud and I didn't get an answer, so I don't actually know one way or the other. I mean, it could be Showdown certainly with the thing potentially launching, but I kind of hope not, you know, personally. I'd rather get some possible kinks worked out. Uh Triple H played all the way Lunatic Fridge. I That's what I went with. So Moment is fine if you care about that. To be honest, I doubt it'll age well. The Moment, like most feuders' shelf life is not very long. You might use Neidhart, you might use Andre if you want to go that route. Um, I don't think long term it'll have as good a legs as the plate will. And then as far as resources, the plate is always going to be better than resources. Because who knows when you'll have a shot for this again. And this was free, the plate. Um, and it's one that can grow its damage in boss battle. That there's always going to be somebody that a plate like this will be good on in a boss battle situation, or even this will be a make or break plate for somebody at some point where it takes them to a whole nother level. The only way I could see taking the Moment is if you were like already had the skill plate, or all you care about is feud and you chase leaderboards and you think it's gonna somehow be a deal breaker for one of your guys, like maybe Striker Andre, for example. Um, Otherwise, I mean, I just don't see it personally for me being like a deal for my roster. I have a ton of guys that do what I need to in feud. Extra ones, it means nothing to me personally. So that's my take on it. Like, you're never going to use any of these guys for any good reason, right? It makes Neidhart better for sure with the Blast Gem one. Also, then you're going to commit to maxing it, of course, taking a bunch 6-star. Um, so this would be great. The 300 blast on Neidhart for sure. Obviously, um, reinforce you're not going to care about. I don't think silence you're going to care about. Um, Bleed moves and the green move damage for sure on this guy, right? You're going to hit the bleeds and then the green move that you can use that's really high damage. So you're going to win pretty quickly with that. It's mainly for him. But again, shelf life on feuders typically not too long, not a make or break to me. So I get it for a few people if you already have the plate, but if you don't have the plate, I don't think there's. I think it's a no-brainer to me. And yeah, the 300% is certainly good on like triple Brett with like if you run triple Brett, cheek plate, that kind of thing, triple green Brett. Obviously, it's good for Brett. It definitely makes him usable and much better in feud. It's a great moment. Don't get me wrong, 100% a great moment. I just think compared to the plate, to me it's a no-brainer unless you're like a massive feud guy. Yeah, Sensei. So I did a video too, sent it to Evo. He can kind of vouch. I don't think silence gems in general were calculating right. They were not scaling the way they should have, at all, as far as we could tell. None of it made sense. The USO cap didn't make sense. The moment didn't make sense. Um, the damage was not what it should have been. It wasn't. It was just really funky. Like there was no possible combo of math that made the numbers work. So that was pretty weird. So yes, Knoxville was ridiculous. I wish I had him. He would have been a lot of fun. KO, like I said, KO frustrates me because he's boomer bust. So I carried 3 matches with him. And they went well at 5-star. Yeah, Evo, it made my brain hurt too. It went well at 5-star gold. I was the damage dealer for them, got it done turn 2 and turn 3, failed once, so 3 for 4. Failed once with bad boards and some other stuff that doesn't really matter. I enjoyed the fact that instead of a shield, we had to deal with unfreeze. And so I liked that. Boss Breaker being a huge focus was pretty cool. So yeah. Yeah, I ran Roman for unfreeze Sensei max 10, and that's what I did to help. Because I don't like using KO. Like, personally. Knoxville, if you ran him right, was great. I think Pat was doing like 500k turn, or 500 million turn 1. Yeah, all I did was sit there and unfreeze, except my KO ones. I carried my buddy with KO. Yeah, Breaker mattered and made an actual difference. I really like the way that was set up, where like I feel like the Breaker should be the focal point of boss battle to me. That's the whole reason we have Breakers, right? So I really liked it. You're just playing, yeah. I don't say it was too easy. Like if you didn't have unfreeze, it wasn't going to be easy, right? So if you didn't have unfreeze, it was going to be pretty tough. Means without certain things, it was not the easiest one to turn 1. There was a lot of health, so I wouldn't say it was easy. It was easier if you had unfreeze because then you could let KO do his turn 2 thing, right? So that was kind of cool. But I wouldn't say it was easy because a lot of people like struggled as normal. What 10 factions maxed? I think that's pretty normal for boss battles. So I think it's in a decent place for the most part. Um, Obviously, I like a challenge because that's more like our high end content for our game. So I never want it to be too easy. At the same time, I do want lower factions to be able to play it. And I think this one had a pretty good balance of it. Like the level 15 was 330 million health, which was much lower than in the past. Um, so I think that was great. 20 ended up maxing. Okay, so then it was definitely easier than other ones for sure. If 20 maxed, I would say that was the KO effect though, for sure. Right, with the trap gems and KO, right? Because a lot of people have KO. So yeah, Memrock annoyed you. So yeah, I could see that. He's the trap guys that do that. It's really hit or miss. You were 24 and you didn't get Max Destroyer. Gotcha. Yeah, KO was great, right? I mean, and mine was only 5-star gold. My buddy's was 5-star gold. My buddy hit 970 million, I think, on turn 3 in one hit with his KO at 5-star gold, right? Like, so you didn't even need your KO 6-star. His moves are slow, but you can get him set up so you can have a big turn 2 or turn 3. And I ran mine funky without a Titan plate and was still successful. 100% wouldn't necessarily recommend people run that. So I know there are some people that hit well over the boss's health as well, but it just depends, right? How much stuff you stack on it and what you got for your KO if you have Steamboat. Yes, it is, Sensei. That's one thing. To 1.0 speed is really rough. Once you get used to 2.0 speed, for sure. But yeah, I can't really talk about the moment for Sammy and Jimmy and Jay and those guys because I couldn't tell because Silence Gems were so funky. So I'm not sure yet how good the moment is or not. I ended up taking Jimmy for the faction event to 6-star. Sammy's finisher was hitting 11 million to start with the moment, so I can tell you that Sammy's finisher was sitting at 11 million, like right out of the gate. But the buff when you would use the a green move with the Sheik plate was around 1 million. So take that for what it's worth. It wasn't completely massive, so it wasn't like stacking exponentially, like hugely, but it was decent. So I am interested to see how the boost works on the other ones, but Silence Gems were way too funky to try and figure out this weekend, sadly. So don't know yet on the moment, but nice, McLovin. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw my buddy's hit come up on the screen. HBK plate or the Triple H plate is kind of interesting on HBK. This way, it's not bad. If anyone got it and is curious and has him, I mean, I can just run that real quick while we're talking. If you want to see, I don't know if there's a 6-star opponent, but you know, it's fine. We'll just beat up on Ivar because I like to. That would be really cool, Evo. Also, while we're at it, guys, um, what'd you think of the boss battle event itself? We'll go to the blog, or not the blog, but the forum and stuff. Let me get that post in case anyone wants to post on it too for you guys about how the event went. You have your chance to win, I believe it's a 4-star gold Andre, if I'm not mistaken, and all of that. I looked through it a little bit earlier this time, through the whole first page. There's a couple really good ideas in posts I saw. A couple people obviously just posting because they want to win the giveaway, but there are some pretty interesting ideas on a couple posts, so I definitely am going to want to read those. But absolutely, let your thoughts be known in the chat. I think the Furpo's lurking off and on, so he's going to see potentially stuff you see, and that's always good to get live feedback, and that sort of thing. There's the link to it should be, let me make sure. Yeah. Yep, there's the link to the feedback page. I will pin that as well for you guys. There you go. That's pinned up at the top, manually or end of the stream. Hey, Peck, how are you, bud? I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Feeling pretty good. Not gonna lie. Yeah, there's a global event going on, too. We'll take a look at that. Looks like scoring is collecting points for the event that's going on. The last 2 boss battles have been really great. Yeah, Sib, I read your post. That's one of the ones I was talking about I thought was really good. I'm going to read that, too. The loot was rough without shards. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite either, Evo. For sure. I have no idea, Snake. I think that depends on the player base. Moved houses. Oh, wow. Yeah, the moving's always a pain. It's collecting the prize wall medallions? Okay, that's what it is then. Thanks, Sensei. Why is it Hacksaw? I don't want to fight Hacksaw. I want red TP because it's my lowest color. Hey, Drinky Drink. How are you, bud? You hit 20s for the first time ever, Josh? Way to go, dude. Congrats. That's a big deal. Congratulations, man. Way to go. Also, for anyone that watched the prep videos, were they useful this time? So you just left one so I can review it live. Okay. Were they useful this time? I definitely was right about the buff coming out being... So this wouldn't be loaded in Feud, by the way, this one. And this is the Entourage. Happening turn 1. So hopefully it helped you get ready. So that's the Entourage. This wouldn't be loaded turn 1 in Feud this way, so you have to hit this once to use that, so... What does the plate do? I will show you. Break 4 green gems, increase yellow gem damage by 100% for 2 turns. Yeah, no more green. Lesai. Yeah, but if the freeze didn't happen turn 1, there would have been nothing to slow you down, so I actually think I preferred that and then having to use breakers. So it hit for like 2.8, I think, there. I prefer that because you had to use breakers over a shield, I think. So yeah, I mean, like, I like that there's an obstacle you have to overcome. Andre looked pretty good and realistic, better than all the other ones, except for Hall of Fame Andre with a drip plate, Steven. Accurate. New Andre is the best Andre, except for Hall of Fame with a drip plate. New Andre with the moment in Feud might end up being completely ridiculous. So that green move is going to hit super hard and you're going to be able to hit it a lot. I'm assuming you would run it with a heavy machinery. Break yellow, get green, then while you're refilling the yellows, you're filling the move. You're probably going to do 2 cycles and have them drained, would be my guess. Let me see if he's up on the portal. yet because I didn't see him at 6-star, so I want to see what that move damage is. But likely he will be legitimately a feud monster with the moment. Let's see, is it up? It's only 4 MP, 785k base. So yeah, I would bet 2 cycles with a green move damage medal. You could use an MP trainer if you wanted. You would be using for sure Bailey with the green MP and heavy machinery. It would be ridiculous when Bailey comes out. Absolutely ridiculous with the moment and that move at 6-star. Even without the moment, with Bailey 100% to the greens with a green move damage, that's 300%. You're 3 times 785k. So yeah, that's like what, 2.4 million. You're gonna pop that twice. You're gonna have the bleeds on there. Add the moment. It's probably gonna be like 5 million, something like that. I don't know. Ridiculous. Either way, ridiculous. 5-6 million. Sensei, the auto mod got you. I'm so sorry. I was thinking about something I heard when Faction Boss first came out. I don't remember if it was a player suggestion or programmer, but I love the idea of the boss starting off huge and shrinking down until it hits 0, like size-wise. That would be super cool. Like you're chopping it down to size. That would actually be really cool, Sensei. Can get the green to 7 million. Yeah, I believe it. So yeah, easy 2 rotations. 6 button clicks for a win for him. Pretty good. And if you like Andre, why not? 6 button clicks. Yeah. Bailey's going to be awesome on him. Yeah, that would be awesome, Sensei. I actually, when we were testing it, I asked about music and stuff because music would be really cool, but I don't think that was in the cards, or like special effects. You know, like almost like when the boss hits you. You know, like how comic books have the like pow or the bam. I mean, I think it was probably determined that sort of thing was too cheesy, but I thought that would be cool. You know, kind of make it feel even more like an arcade mode sort of thing. That was kind of what I was thinking, you know, like comic book pows, bams, whatever, you know. Not necessarily say power bam, but you know what I mean with those kind of things. Um, I do love that you can see your teammates around the ring and stuff. But yeah, that might be your lamest idea ever. Well, that's saying something, HD, because I've had a few. So yeah, Andre certainly is going to be a fantastic feuder, right? Like, no question. He'll be a great feuder with that moment, with the way it works and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it would, Sensei. Yeah, it would. So I don't fault anyone if you love Feud for taking the moment. I just think for the majority of players, the plate is the much better choice, including myself, especially with the level I feel about Feud, right? It's definitely a great Feud moment, though, for sure. If it was a boss battle moment, I guarantee you I would have got it. But that's because I like boss battle more. So this one is going to be really juicy. I could put the yellows out if I want to. I mean, like, because you're going to break them, right? So you can do this sort of thing as well ahead of time. Since the pin bar doesn't move, you can do funky stuff like this. When it works out, it doesn't always. Obviously, I'm going to hit this again for the red cascade, just for the giggles. If we wanted to, we could take a swipe, whatever, but this should be a really big hit. But that's like a dream board for this build with this plate. That's like 4 million after the finisher, so I mean, it's really great for a showboat. It's going to be a 2-cycle win, right? But that's the case with most showboats, so it's a different way of running him. I actually really like sub yellow, the sub bleed yellow, but you have trouble getting back to the purple is the only thing, but I like that too. Generally don't enjoy boss battle, but I really enjoyed it this time around. Also, really good event overall, good prizes, and hopefully they do more events like this going forward. Die Devil, I agree with you completely. This is one of the better events for all people, like all levels. I think they've ran, right? There was something for everyone. If you already have the plate, you got the moment, I mean, you could get, if you played boss battle, if you got your fours done, you didn't even need all the CSS, your faction maxed, and you got the free milestones, you got the plate or the moment, whatever you wanted. Even resources, if you didn't want those. 100,000 strap parts were pretty nice. I thought the prize wall was great. Yeah, Kyle's video is great. You know what? Why not? It absolutely was. That was a great video by Kyle. But yeah, Scopely, this one, the Sammy one was really great too, in my opinion, even though the faction portion was spend, which you can't have all the time for sure. The prizing for the spending for the faction was great overall. Um, both of these faction boss events have been fantastic in my opinion, and hopefully they take that feedback and continue to work with it. The fact that I saw so many people say this is the most fun they had with boss battle on the forum posts was really encouraging to me too, as someone who likes boss battle. um, I also could really use you guys' feedback too on when I'm trying to make the videos for boss. Like what did I miss? What would you prefer to see? Like are there things I could have done better, explained better, that sort of thing. You didn't like that it was getting subject to change because of the Hall of Fame shards on the prize wall? I get that one, Wang. No one likes subject to change when that hits. That's fair. I don't know. I think that depends. I don't hardly anyone in our faction does just 4 matches and calls it. So more trick riddle, B Rock. How did he end up working for you, by the way? Let me change my screen over here too. We're gonna check the forum out while we're talking about this. Hey Vic, how are you? It's going well, Sonic. So you didn't need the bonus one to get the good prizing. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? There was really good milestones, really good rewards. The most of the CSS were much easier than normal. There was a bunch of any ones. You could get all the free milestones without having any of them. So, I mean, like, other than making it, like, incredibly easy, what would your suggestion be then in that case? Move my chat so I can get this up and see you guys while we look at the forum. I mean, like, this is one of those events, really, like, if you didn't like this event, there's probably never going to be an event, or very rarely an event, that you actually will end up liking, probably. As rough as that sounds. So let's go over here. So window champs. Okay, so if you didn't know, global event going on. Make sure you go to events, scroll down to the bottom, and right here you should have 3 milestones to claim. No, you didn't have to grind to get the free milestone solo. 420's got you there. You did not have to grind without any CSS. CSS was extra stuff. All the grinding was extra stuff. And you didn't need all of them either. If your faction did decent, like I think I had to do like 20 extra matches to max the boss competition part. And I did not have cross, so you didn't even need all of them to max. You were sad you couldn't use your Showboat Andre for the tours? Okay. Bonus matches at 10K would be better. Oh, so cool story real quick. This 21-year-old in World Baseball Classic came into pitch today, struck out 3 Major League stars, then Detroit signed him right away. Kind of awesome. Dude, that is cool. I had 0, spent and got all but 2 milestones in the solo. Yes, HD. Agreed. Finished top 65 faction and only got 8 of 10 milestones. 8 of 10 milestones in what, Green? Um, in the What are we talking for 8 of 10 milestones? Oh, the faction one? Okay. The faction one, your faction didn't max? Nice, TJ, that's awesome. Okay, let's check out the forum for the feedback here. Again, link is pasted at the top of the stream in the chat if you want to post. Um, This is Sibs. He had something pretty cool to say here, which I liked. Very decent event overall. Prize well for great was great for those that could max the free and max the faction event. Biggest issue with boss battle: many of the cards need to be run differently for boss battle than they do for feud. For the free to play players, having just one skill plate removal edition a month makes it almost impossible for these players to run the cards to their best moveset skill plates, even when you have worked hard and grinded in the game to acquire the skill plates. Unlock the belts and level the characters, you aren't able to use all those things you have earned because of the lack of being able to move skill plates. Solution could be, I like this, he's offering a solution. On Boss Breaker weekend, to give everyone one extra skill plate removal addition so they can choose to make the change to run the cards the proper way. Doesn't have to be for every weekend event, just the Boss Breaker events. That seems to be the mode of the game that requires the most alterations to everyone's roster. If giving one free doesn't work, make it one of the milestones in the tour before Breaker starts, or have a token in the milestones, and you can purchase an extra skill plate unlock with it. I think that's actually a pretty solid idea. Um, I feel like one extra skill plate removal on a boss breaker weekend wouldn't keep people from buying or not buying the pass because you get so many. Um, right now it's $10 for 10 moves. B Rock is saying he'd pay $5 for 5 moves to split it in half. Um, but yeah, for people that can't pay or won't, one or the other, one additional one doesn't seem like it would be terrible. And unlocking it on Boss Breaker weekend through tours or doing some work for it, I kind of like that idea quite a bit. So I think that's a really good Sib. He said also overall event 8.5 of 10, very well done. And Sib is a big free to play guy. So I respect his feedback of liking an event as a free to play player. So if he's thinking it's good, I don't think very many people have room to complain as free to play because Sib is very free to play. Also, he does this really cool art out of cans, aluminum cans, like beer cans, pop cans. You can see it on my server, and sometimes he'll post it. He makes these awesome like trucks and boats and trains and stuff out of them. It's freaking awesome. Sib, if you throw one in the chat of my Discord, I'll pull it up on stream too because it's really cool what he does. Throw your favorite up. They're awesome. I'll totally show them. I love that. Just throw it in the main thing in my Discord. I'll pull it up. I like this. Faction boss is always fun to play. I love hearing that. Let's see what else he has to say. Oh, this I like too. One thing will be good if you can give a better option for selecting the level of the faction boss. A drop down would be incredible. Tabbing down through it gets really, really slow when you have to change modes. It's a quality of life thing, small complaint for sure. I would definitely love that myself as well, though. Um, Also better if somewhere in the front show the level we have played rather than going and checking one by one. I could see that too. It's more a quality of life thing, just to save time. I could see that. Um, this event was a step forward. Boss was manageable and fun to fight. Again, the fun is key to me, right? Like having fun in a game is key, and I heard that a lot. People were saying they had fun, which is great. Rewards were great, especially the prize wall. I'm not sure there's anything I would change this time after last month's poor contest. This one seems to be a great start to the month. That's great feedback. I like that. Um, event was pretty good. Very interesting and unique change for a boss with no shield breaking required. Definitely required great use of boss breakers throughout the team. Again, this is what I've been talking about. Like, make the breakers matter because that's what the mode is. That's what differentiates it. So I love that he likes that too. Obviously, I'm biased, but yeah, which I personally liked. This is also a good solution. One concern or suggestion, because I have said this myself, although they have done better with loosening the currency strings, it's still not enough yet for switching stuff around or anything like that. But we are getting a lot more currency these days, which is good because it was just like barely trickling in. Um, uh, let's see. So where was I? One concern or suggestion I have is that maybe we can implement a redistribution or rebate system of boss breaker currency, even though you may have already distributed the points the best of your current roster. One new superstar pull could dramatically upgrade your roster for boss battle, i.e. pulling Powerhouse KO. I'm thinking there should be a system in place to redistribute from one star to another. And it doesn't have to be a one-to-one return on boss battle coins. I think any kind of thing would be good. I know, Evo, right? Hey, MJ, how are you, bud? Last I checked, no update on the coin event. Let me double check Town Hall and see again if there no update on the coin event yet either still. So, I may or may not have thrown about 70 million coin away before I realized it wasn't working. So I'm in the same boat with some of you. Also, let me check my Discord and see if Sib tossed one of those up yet. Sib, send me a picture in Discord on my server so I can show people your cool can stuff you do. I'm not doing it justice, guys. It's freaking awesome. Anyway, good, valuable rewards, boss. Oh, I already read that one. Okay. I have a great time playing Boss Battle, and the single-player event tours that come with it gives me a chance to work on specific characters that I tend not to play with anymore. Boss battle can be nerve-wracking, hoping the last player can finally put down the boss with an inch of life left with 10 seconds left. Love the boss battle shop as well. Get shards and random tokens, coins, TP. There's still some glitches. I waste time trying to get a move off, frozen, etc. Other than that, fun contest and had a great time playing this weekend. These are things I like. Okay, here we go, guys. Here's this train. I'm going to pull these up. You should be able to see it right away. Check this out. He makes these things himself out of like pop cans. Look at this thing. I know we're on the Champions channel. Don't find me, Furpo, but he's in the community and does some Facebook group. What do you call it? Moderating and stuff. And he makes some dope freaking can art. These are super cool. I like this Budweiser plane. There's some of them. Are those not awesome, guys? Really, really cool, Sib. Thank you for sharing. All right. Super cool. Anyway, I like when people are creative, so. Yeah, they're really cool. Okay. Thank you, Sib. It was a lot of fun to play the boss and very impressed. Uh, my team did like the rewards, a few glitches. Yeah, they've been working on it. But yeah, I like hearing people say they're having fun, right? So like this I think is this would be my take, like if I was talking to Scopely personally, it would be like people having fun. This is what we want, right? Like this is great, and I like hearing that. And typically in these forum posts, you don't hear the word fun a lot, other than in a negative sense. So the fact that people were having fun this weekend, I think, speaks volumes. And also the prizing was good at the same time. It seems like a very good win-win situation. So hopefully we can see more things like that. And I like that a lot of this feedback is constructive with just giving ideas of things they could do. Bonus points, people are saying, you know, increase. I've seen 10K, 20K, things like that. You know, I think in general, I'm a fan of the bonus matches not feeling as grindy. It depends what has to give where. But yeah, I mean, like, there's just a lot of good constructive posts this time, and I'm still on the first page, right? Like, but there's a lot of good ones. I have a great time playing boss battles. I think I read that one already. Um, this is funny. This game is amazing. The boss battle is good, but you always want us to spend money. We want characters like Heyman, McAfee, and Michael Cole. Well, McAfee for sure. That is my opinion. Thank you. You are doing well. Keep it up. That's a funny post. But yeah, closed lobbies would be amazing. Yes. A friends list and being able to invite friends and play boss battle with them, even if it was for reduced point, would be great. As a content creator, midweek boss battle in particular, when I stream, that would be super fun. Or when my faction is maxed, helping other people max out, that would be really fun. So I would be down for that. CSS is always a thing. You either have them or you don't. People never like those. Cole did wrestle. Isn't he undefeated at WrestleMania? I think something like that. Love Faction Boss, so let's get into it. Faction Boss itself was fun and interesting. Again with the fun. Faction event was very doable. Gave some incredibly good rewards. The medallion in the free part of solo was a nice move. Agreed. 5,000. This is the bad. It's the 5,000 points again for the grind part, and you know, this is the character release, right? Where they just like the shards hidden behind premium characters and challenge tours. There's a big variation of what you get out of boss battle. I think I got like 1,580 shards this time. Our faction, the top like 3, I think, get more shards, and then the next 4 to 10 get the same. But I would bet there's a lot of people that probably were between 1,000 and like 1,300 shards. And then of course the top end probably would get more like 1,800 than the 1,500, 1,550 I got. Maybe MJ. Maybe people are starting. Yeah. So Evo, you bring up a valid point too. There's a really fine balance for that, and if it's too easy, it tends to get overtuned the other way. If it's too hard, they usually dial it back. It's so those are valid points too. I don't pretend to be able to figure that out because I'm definitely 1815 mid Carter. Okay. I figured so mid Carter's in Woken, they finished first. I figured you guys would be around the 1800 mark then. So and you only bought 40 of the 120 off the boss wall. Okay. Be amazing. The 4 medallions, which were free to everyone who completed the faction event and go so far in the solo contest. Amazing prizes on the prize wall, so that's good. He really liked those. Tours were good. Requirements were not the worst. Love the cases that gave shards and a chance at Hall of Fame HBK shards. I just need 50 more. Please send them to me. That's been a nice change, I think, when they changed the bags. So you had a chance to get some of the other shards, and you still got the contest shards. I think that's been a good change that I feel like maybe hasn't hasn't been talked about enough. The change to the bags where you have a shot. I got 50 or 25 cross shards. I had everything else, but I got 25, which is better than none. So I kind of like that too. I think that's pretty cool and a nice change to the boring bags we had before. So I think that's cool. Let's see. The ugliest, the loot, please. Uh, I think that says it all. I mean, the loot, yeah, was pretty rough. So yeah, please increase the tiebreaker or grind aspect. That's there again. I needed 400 wins to max the event. I'm not that stupid to torture myself like that. That's funny. Overall, this weekend I feel was a huge success. Everyone should be able to get something great, which is a win. Let's hope you build on this success with the rest of the month events. So, about 500 Hall of Fame Andre shards. I got a decent amount of him too. I did get some ones I had for sure. I got some Hall of Fame HBK, and who else was there in those? Was Neidhart in there? I think I got some Neidhart shards too. Yeah. So I don't know how long you guys want me to go through these. There's a lot of really good posts this time. Um, wow, look at this. To let you all know how amazing this event was. Really outstanding. Probably the one I've played since playing again. I think he means the best since he started playing again. Positives, everything was perfect. Okay, wow. Tours, easy tours, nothing difficult in clearing those. Easy requirements, not very pay to win ones, but free to play friendly. Love the idea of the mixed tour, which had women in normal and males in hard and hell, quite interesting. Looking forward to more of these tours. Okay. Probably the best solo contest I've played. All right. I definitely didn't max the solo contest, but I got the free ones and I felt like the rewarding is good. I've actually changed my mindset to say maxing an event is the free milestones, right? There is a post in here somewhere where somebody mentions it, and I want to actually call it because I agree with them. Um, oh, this is really cool too. Powers of Pain here. I would love to see Faction Boss Revival tokens purchased from the boss shop. Use these once or a max of 3 for the event, giving people a chance to get back in the ring without using their in-game cash. Really think this would add to the mode and certainly make those with lower rosters feel like they have achieved more than just being carried. I actually love this idea. Love this idea. Really neat. I don't know if they could make it work, but that would be super cool. Um, really cool. The exchange again. I think all of us would like to be able to move our boss breaker currency around a little bit. Um, calculate gem and move buff on character selection screen when choosing characters for boss. For example, Mherex does damage per trap move. Would have shown the increased damage using trainers and buffs. Yeah, I think that would be helpful too. It sort of does it on the ones it can pre-match, but like traps and stuff, it doesn't. So you got 75 cross shards twice. Nice. Yeah, 150 was nice. It was my birthday weekend as well. I played more than 10 though. There was one where I saw it mentioned that Blackamer, I think here was right here. Maybe there's one and it was where was it? Maybe it wasn't Blackamer. Somebody mentioned that the extra milestones they would like some of them the spending. I don't know if I'll find it out. Basically, what they were saying is like a lot of the extra milestones didn't make sense to them financially, right? Like they would have paid for some of the more milestones, but it was just like too out of reach. Not just the max ones, but some of the ones in between. And they thought it would be better to dangle the carrot essentially for a lower price to get people to chase a couple more milestones. So which I tend to agree with because you guys know I'm a big fan of smart spending. I wish I could find that one. Oh, also, did you guys want to keep me going through these? So, no, nothing to give, no max boss breakers or KO. Bill's Mafia. Here, let me tab over real quick. Something everyone should be doing, in my opinion. This course is just an opinion. Daily. I mean, I don't have a blog, HD. But the event info is Austin 316 is going to happen. And it's going to be tours and Austin Talent Up, subject to change, of course. So, you know, keep that in mind. It is subject to change, but there will be Austin 316. Hold on, let me see what else I can tell you. And there will be Austin Talent Up, and again, subject to change. But and also Showdown should be rolling out Friday if everything goes right. Forced update likely this weekend. Some of the updates could start sooner. Yeah, Talent Up any Stone Cold, earn shards for various versions and other stuff in tours. Everything's subject to change though. Roll out this week, maybe today or tomorrow for some Android users for Showdown. End of the week, Force update. Plan to have first new career Showdown on Friday. If not, then it'll be later. But that's tentative plan. Don't hold me to it. All subject to change. So that's the big info. 316 is generally, I like those kind of things. So I like that we're gonna have that. Okay, what was I saying before HD totally sidetracked me? There, now you don't have to stay HD. I mean, it's not like today's was really hard, Black Chapters. It was 1,000, right? That's not that bad. It's when they're like 10,000 that they're bad. Shamrock for St. Patty's on the 17th. Yeah, buying boss breaker currency daily. This is something everybody should do in your faction store. I actually prioritize it personally ahead of the icon tokens. And that's buy all of this daily. Now, as your currency gets lower, you're going to want to manage which currency you're buying, right? Like if you need to focus less on defense, then pass on the defense. But you should be buying all of it daily, and then as it gets closer, managing what you buy. Make sure you're doing these things to get max currency. Oh, the Austin one? Yeah. I have no idea how much the Austin one will be. But I mean, everyone should have a ton of shards for Striker Austin at least, you know? Hey, Joseph, how are you, bud? But yeah, buy those daily. It starts to add up, especially now that they're giving out like 150k like they did in the faction boss. That needs to stay, in my opinion. I have now 2 exhausts leveled. I have Hogan leveled, and I have Taker leveled, and I'm already up to 45k after those two. I can level a second Unfreeze. I have Mutant Roman and Rockers at 7, and I could level him, I think, now. So I could have a second Unfreeze now. Yeah, I have enough that I could level him. A second one. So coin event starts in 20 minutes. Nice, One Wing. I will see. It's in game now, you said? I probably have to reboot to see it. So yeah, that stuff's huge. In 20 minutes, I'll take a couple guys to 6 stars then. Wrong one. This one? Oh. Yeah, I'll have to reboot to see it, I'm sure. Corbin finally gets some love? Nice. Yeah, 10 Austins. There's a lot to go around. Old Hall of Fame tokens? Did we not get... Where am I seeing those? I know I keep seeing them somewhere. I can't remember where they are. They're definitely still in the game and obtainable. I forget where I keep seeing them at. Right off the top of my head. But I know I saw them again this week. I think this weekend, so... I hope so, Bill's Mafia. I would imagine we will. Um... Hall of Fame event. Thank you, One Wing. Yeah, they were in the last midweek one. Actually, they might be in and I think this is up to like, yeah, we're up to like 3 pages on this one now too, so that's pretty cool. I think Jam said he posted one right when we started. Let me see if I can find that. Good event overall. I feel the rewards in the event were great if you put time on it. I still have a lot of concerns regarding the boss battle itself, but I saw some improvements compared to previous weeks. Let's hope the MLC keeps delivering as the week advances. Good job, Scopely. All right. Want to take the space to say to Mherex when he sees it on stream, Wendy's spicy nuggets greater than McRibs. They are not, Jam. They are not. I want to flag. Can I flag him for something? I don't even know how that works. Would NWO be great again in a double NWO Hogan? So he's good with the moment. Oh, hey, Ducky, great event. I like the freeze move over a shield, although the global join button disappeared. Okay. He doesn't know if it was possible for a faction to deactivate. Was not capped, capping it at level 8. Yeah, this feedback is been. This actually was relayed on the last call we had about the capping the level at 8 as well. Prize wall every event with an option to get a plate. I mean, that would be cool. I'd be down with that too. I don't have never have enough plates. Always want more. Change levels without the plus minus system for sure. Right on. Dr. Yankum, shout out to Kane before he was Kane. That's awesome, Jim. So McLovin, he's got a really good moment, the NWO moment, where he chucks a ton of black gems. You absolutely can make him work. You can do stuff with drip plate that's ridiculous. You can do stuff with the sigil that's really good. It's got a no move pin bar, I think, because he's a Hogan. I'm sure he does. He does a lot of interesting stuff. It just depends if you like the gameplay or not. I don't use mine because I don't like the way he plays personally, but he can certainly hit hard and be usable if you want to. Absolutely. Depending on what you like, you know? Okay. So let's well here, let me ask you guys a question.
So what do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? I'm probably gonna do some interesting 6 stars. In fact, while we're waiting for the coin event to start, I could probably just do one right now because I think he's ready to go. That'll probably maybe surprise people. Maybe it won't because I've talked about it for a long time. And I think today is the day. I have no idea if they'll back credit. I haven't heard anything on it. Yeah, time change does throw things back, I suppose. No. Godfather time? No, never in 100 million years. No, I couldn't. Hold on. I couldn't. I don't think I have enough J shards for this, though. It's not like I don't have another Evo 1-wing. All of the coins will go into Ridge anyway to get him to 6-star. Besides, you know there's one thing I never got to test with Jay that I wanted to? You guys know what that was? Does anyone remember what I didn't get to test with Jay that I wanted to? Well, guess what I can test? Yeah, I wanted to try a drip build with him. Because Tiara was good and fun. But also, even without a drip, you guys check out this triple black here, right? And, where you at? So right here, check this out. Check it. Check it. Silence gems were buggy. I can't tell you how well the moment worked, Mayo. But his multiply gems are all going to be 4 times bigger in boss battle. 5 gems to make into strength 4, 7 to make into strength of 3. Yeah, he's just going to get beefier in boss battle. So, but yeah, I never got to try a drippy with him. So we're going to do a, I'm going to try a drippy plate build with him as well. And I think this was, where's the, I think I had a strap. Is this the one? No. I think I had one. I thought I had one fully unlocked for. Because I don't have a ton of strap parts. Until we get a filter, I'm afraid I'm going to sell the wrong thing. That's the one. That was the one I was looking for. And I can't remember. Well, before drip, I can't even remember if I ever did this with Fury 2s, to be honest. I don't think I did. Ziggy. So I only have one for previews and stuff? No. Not Godfather. Go away. Stay out of here with that. Not Godfather. No. No! Oh yeah, it's on it's on somewhere. Right there. It's on the preview strap. Whenever you activate a black move, make 7 random gems into multiply gems of strength 7. Yeah, I got a lot of skill plates, dude. What's Showboat Godfather? He's only good for farming. Hey, Professor, how are you? It's a long story. It's kind of an inside joke, right? It's more an inside joke than anything else. If you know, you know. Oh, it's Mherex today. I've been in a really good mood today. No one's, almost, honestly, I don't turn slow mode on anymore. Even when we do giveaways, I don't have slow mode on, and I think people are pretty good with it these days. So I rarely run into any issues, Michael Graham, on the official channel anymore. People are used to Mondays. It's almost like my streams, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna do it first with the tiara because I actually have one of those. And just to refresh people that might have missed that the first time around. So, this is the last move we're going to use. So we're going to first. And it's Monday. Yes, Mondays with Mherex. This is actually the first Monday with Mherex I did. As far as a superstar. I was Jay at 6-star. I'm going to do the randoms first and then the choose. You finally pulled tech, Jimmy. Congrats. Hey, Angelo, how are you, bud? Yeah, Evo. Memrock is a pain to fight against, HD. He absolutely can be a pain. Agreed. That's awesome, Michael Graham. I like Tech Jimmy. If I ever get a Veer plate, that's where it's going. I know it should go on Warrior or Zianka. I don't care. It's going to go on Jimmy. When are we getting Tuesdays with Thickrex? That'll have to be on my official channel. My channel. Yeah, that can be Thickrex Tuesdays. Where is that woods? And I think it usually worked better. I want to say it worked better with Titus. Because you could connect way more. It's so long since I played it, I don't remember exactly. It might have been better with Matt, though. I think Titus was more consistent. Matt had bigger boom. You need Santa Hogan. And then this was... I think... Yeah, I think I had Mem there. Pants are optional? What are we talking about? Shirts and socks optional. Yes, shirts and socks optional. Uso cap before a Veer plate. Yeah, Uso cap's great. Sensei. All right. No 6-star to go against right now, of course, but yeah, I might have to. Your mom say Sue with new showdown. We honestly, let's see how it goes. How much we care about them. Hey, T-Unit, what's up? How are you, T-Unit? DJ's better half. Well, certainly DJ's prettier half. That's for sure. Smarter half. Yep. Yep. The Triple H played all the way, Mr. Bye. Triple H played all the way. I got plenty of guys that can feud. So the moment for me, it was the plate for me more than the moment. If I had had a plate, I would have taken the moment. No idea, Die Devil, no idea. Yep, it's a boss battle plate, so it's kind of a no-brainer for me, right? I'm doing really well, T-Unit. Thank you for asking. Doing really well. This is the one where 12 into black. I think I can basically choose everything I want with 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. Different. This way. No, they're gonna turn. That's right. 1. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, bear with me a minute, guys. It's been a minute. There and there. That'll work. Buckeye, we were talking about the weekend event, boss battle and stuff, and I took my Jimmy to 6-star, and he's not leveled up yet or maxed, and this is just him with the tiara. Queen's tiara, but we're gonna put a drip plate on him. I'm going to email Ivar how you keep picking on him in the game. He's gonna come hurt me. Streamlabs got you, MJ. It's done automatically. Nothing I can do about that. Sorry, MJ. Yeah, the boss was designed really well. I thought too. The breakers mattered is always good to me. So I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, Titus is not the right play. It's Matt. Matt is much better. Yeah, if you put a period in it, it thinks it's a link and automod gets you. So people get auto-modded all the time, and I don't know how to undo that, so. Give me 2 seconds, let me get this tuned a little bit. And then I'll put a drip on him. As long as you had a max unfreeze, it was good. Automod does the job well. Automod does do pretty well. He just thinks you're doing links, you know? And he's like, no, sir, no links today. Let's see. Tiara, how many multiplies do you need to make? I don't think I was hitting it on both of them. You do, it's gotta be 6. I thought so. That's right. So it was better to have Balor here, actually, because we have to make 6 to get it twice. I think Balor was the one. Yeah. I think that was better like this. It's weird. It is, the weekly thing is weird. I'll wait till the end of the month to know if I like it or not. Yeah, Skip, if he hits too hard in tours, it does, but it's just, it doesn't work better than Matt. Like, at least last time I checked, it still didn't. Okay, this should be much better. Alright, we got 8, and we're making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can only place 2. This is the downside. This is the struggle. I can only place 2 because it's already making 8. So those most effective 2 is what we have to decide. Those 2. And then they're already black, so those 2. Let's undo this. 1. For this one. Like this. Hall of Fame HBK, Hall of Fame Triple H, Zombie Edge. That was 2.1 million. That one's a little better. I think I was able to get some 3 million hits before. There's probably some funky stuff you can do too, Angelo, out there. That I think it probably works on Adam Cole as well. 8 random gems. Yep, definitely Zombie Edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can only place 1. Lame. Make it a good one, Mherex. That one doesn't count. Guess there. This will make them times 5. $3 mil is a struggle, yeah. Yeah, Zandel. You can ask Sensei. He tested it out a bunch. It's definitely, the damage is higher. for Z Edge, for sure. You do lose the kick out a little bit, but yeah. I think Sensei most of the time probably at 6-star you'd probably win second or third cycle, I would say. Right, Sensei, you think? Ezekiel Professor says he hasn't tried him yet. Shinsuke? Maybe a weird setup for Shinsuke. I don't know. I want to say no, but I'm not gonna say no because it's an interesting plate. And Shinsuke's got some moves that typically aren't used too much. We'll have to look at that. Let's see what he does with the drip plate now. Instead of the tiara. Because I never got to try that. Still no coin event. Okay. So, to do the 3 mil, my J would need his levels max and his star filled for sure. Right? That's what it takes for 3 mil, absolutely. Alright. Unfortunately, this is only ever for testing. I can't actually use this. Second cycle, probably? That's what I thought, Sensei. Yeah. So I think it probably is great for Edge, making him a 2-cycle guy. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you had the Judgment Day plate on Edge, that would drain him too, right? Coin event is in your game. Reload then if Dobson has it. Try reloading. Judgment Day with that would drain their MP, and then 2-turn win would never be an issue. You wouldn't get hit as long as you didn't go against 1 MP guys, yeah? You'd never even get hit. Unless they got a 5 match. Alright, so with Drippy Doo, we don't care, so we're going to go Titus, because we're going to have multiplies everywhere. We're going to do this. I think Titus, and I think Bree, Hall of Fame. Or potentially Dude Love would be interesting, because he's 1 and 35%. But we want to connect everything. We're going to be greedy. We're going to try and connect everything. That's really what we want. Where are you, Bree? Come here. Come here. I'm going to try and connect all of the things. Considering he's not maxed and not a star filled, I'd be pretty happy with 4 mil or better. I don't know if we can hit that hard, though. What is coin event? What do you mean? You put coin in your superstars and you get rewards. So I'll reboot after this and show you. Yours has full stars, Black Chapters? I think I'm just going to try to fill in the blanks. You know? Like such. I don't really know the best way to do this, to be honest, at this point. Just kind of carnage. Yeah, Double Fury 2 on this, yep. So we missed a lot of them there. That was disappointing on that run, not gonna lie. We missed almost everything. Not sure how that was possible, but we missed almost everything. Let's just put these all on black gems as much as possible. Like that. Seems kind of roulette-y. $2 million again. Boy, multiplies everywhere. That would be dirty, though, in Faction Boss. Because it's just going to cycle over and over and over. It'd be really good in Faction Boss. Which is kind of what I was thinking about using him anyway. But honestly, the other moveset would be fine for Faction Boss too. I want to try it again. I need even more black gems. I need Zombie HBK. Oh, no, I need Santa. For it to work in Feud. It'd hit way harder in tours though. So let's try this. I'm just going to put these all on black gems. Angelo, do you have Zombie Ray? It's all luck. It boils down to luck with it. So maybe, actually, different idea. Oh, yeah. Oops. I wanted to hit this anyway. Okay. I have an idea. I got this now. Hold on. 6-star. Okay. Do you have an all heart skill plate? Okay. What gem damage strap do you have for Dom? That's what Rob, that's what I'm thinking too. Right? Because we want less gems out. We want to hit the 7s and connect everything. Boy, that was a huge miss, though. Huge miss. 40% ultimate one. Okay. And then you're going to do 60% less gem damage than me. Assume you can get Fury 2 full set on that with a percentage, Angelo? Okay. Interesting. It's more for boss battle, though. Okay. Alright, so here. I'll do an easy comparison for you, Angelo. And so you're going to hit 60% less than me approximately. So I will work my trainers to fit that. And this will both be feud builds for both of them. But I'll show you about what you can expect out of your zombie dom. Do you have Mherex, Angelo? No Mherex? Okay. Well, we won't use Mherex. And then... Oh, that's right. I swapped his medals for boss battle. Oh, I don't think I have enough metal bits to get them all back right now. That's okay. Because... we'll just do 2 set, and that'll make up the difference. Sweet, Evo. Uh, 8.47 or 6. Okay, good. You want 8.47. Sapper, how was your stream? Welcome in, bud. If you guys aren't, click on Sapper's name and give him a follow. He is the best looking middle-aged gentleman on all of Twitch. And I like to consider Sapper a friend. So you'd be doing me a solid if you followed Sappy. He's a great dude on top of it. Hey, Siren Kelly. Thank you for the chat. Right on, Sapper. Okay, so this is 40% less, Angelo. So we should be right in the wheelhouse. I just won't put these 2 medals on. And no Mherex because you don't have Mherex. So we'll use yellow gem damage here instead. And this is a feud build as well, so it'll be ready. Thank you, Sapper. Appreciate that. Do you have Lacey, gem damage. Lacey would be the way at max level. Gem damage, gem damage. Where are you? Gem damage. Lacey, 20%. And then I'll run Sammy, and you can see a side-by-side comparison. So the downside to Dom, if you get pinned, you're done. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you get pinned, you're done. However, if you don't get pinned, he's super easy and super fast. It's really simple. Right on, MJ. I'll be taking Ridge up after we do this for Angelo. So buff move. Countdown gems. Also keep in mind, this is another guy you could put the Judgment Day countdown plate on. And then you just click your sub. As long as you're not pinned, it's over. And if you get the moment, you get buffed in feud on your multiply gems. They would be ×5 and not the ×3 you're looking at. So that was 11 million reduced to 10 million, if you missed it. 11 million reduced to 10 million. But if you get pinned, not going to happen. That's about what you could expect to hit for in tours. In feud, if you max the perk to get +2 on your multiplies, it's probably more like 15 with feud bonus and stuff, right? With the gem damage that you get from perks and then the +2 on the multiplier, you're probably going to hit like 15 million. Yeah, with your setup, Angelo. So Sammy is a much yeah, he scales so well. It's not funny. The more stuff you can put on him, the harder he hits. Dom scales crazy good. Now, Sammy is a whole different animal. If you have a Sheik plate, also keep in mind you can do stuff with triple green with Bailey, right? But if you have a Sheik plate, this loadout is great. You don't need Santa Hogan. I don't know why he's on there, right? Oh, it's for Faction Boss because I was testing him. Anvil, if he goes 6-star, I could get 10% more out of. And yeah, green. So you could go triple green with the Sheik plate if you want. I kind of don't like it, interestingly enough, because I like using Gable on the finisher. I kind of go this route. Yeah, Sammy's strapped, you could say. You could say. Play it safe with chocolate system. Nice. And then I go to the sub because that drains them. It gets multiplies on the board for the blues, and it buffs the finisher. Cheek plate on Sammy. So 5.7 million, but it usually hits way harder than it shows because it works funky. So basically, he wins sometimes first cycle, sometimes second cycle, but there's the sub. So Sammy's entertaining for me. Really no downside unless you manage to not get the blues the first time. Bill's Mafia. I would refer you to the video I did showing side-by-side comparisons on them, personally. Whichever one you're going to use as the one I would put it on, it's going to have more of an impact on Warrior. That doesn't mean you're going to use Warrior over Cena. That depends on you and how you want to play. So that's kind of the no Sheik plate. Then I'd say Dom with what you have for sure. Angelo, right? With no Sheik plate, Dom is going to be a better performer. Plus, we didn't get to the coach aspect. Well, Sammy's coach is good, for sure. Very good. Dom's is next level. This is great. but Dom's coach is next level. So in your case, my advice would be Dom. My heart would say Sammy. My advice would say Dom. Sapper, stupid auto mod got you. Thank you for getting that for me. I will link it. Since auto mod is rude. I got it. Thank you, Sap. Very helpful. That side-by-side comparison of them, if you want to see what you prefer. No, I just clicked your link and did it that way because AutoMod lets me do it. You're not the only one, MJ. So yeah, Angelo, hopefully that helps. Like I said, Brain says Dom all the way, Heart says Sammy. I wouldn't take Tech Gold Dust up at all, Orion's. No more than to get his trainer to where it needs to be. Right? Let me reboot my game and I'll do my coin up and level up my other 6-star. So I'll reboot real quick here. And we'll do that. Have a good night, Top Food. Take care, bud. Have fun with your game when you get it, by the way. It looks good. A lot of people are hyping it. Oh, there's a coin event. Okay. There's coin. Yep. Coin event's good. We're good. We did one Evo. Already for this event, so one more will max it for us. Probably Ziggy. Probably trolling. Read the inbox? Alright, give me a second and I will do so. Oh, so people asking about the Hall of Fame tokens? They're in this contest. I'm getting them right now. Whoever that was. They are all over in the 6-star Evo contest. All over. Points earned during the period while it was missing will be reimbursed. So I don't know if they're going to give you the point. So what that tells me is if you did it, they're going to send you the points so you don't have to do it again. That's what that tells me. Whether that's accurate or not, I don't know, but that's what that tells me. I did it earlier. Whatever, I don't care. I mean, I was spending these coins anyway today because I planned on doing it for stream. But I would tell you to wait, and you should get all of the milestones when they get that worked out. They'll probably run a script or something, right? Yeah, I mean, I agree it's worded kind of funky for sure. For sure. So, but I would say just hold off. No rush. You don't need a rush. There's plenty of time till it ends. So wait to see what happens. To me, that reads like they're going to send you the milestones and you won't have to do it again. That's what that reads like to me. Don't know if that's accurate, but that's what it reads like to me. Let me double check and see if Town Hall has any clarification there. No. No. No clarification that I see, so yeah. So, Orions, if it's a fun poster for you, take them as far as you want, dude. If you got the resource, I mean, like, here, let's be real here. Just for a second, if I could, fellas. No one should ever do this. Ever. For any reason whatsoever. No reason whatsoever, ever, to do this. So if you have fun playing Gold Dust and you want to level him up for the funsies, you can skyrocket him to the moon. I think everybody should have at least one poster that they level up for themselves, just for fun. You know what I mean? So much the better if you can make them usable, if you can win with them, and bust them out when you feel like having a good time. You know what I mean? When you feel like having fun. That's my advice. If I had Stardust HD, he would be 6-star over Gable. 100%. I get that. Kinda jelly. Striker Orton is solid, too. You're not going to go wrong with Striker Orton. Absolutely not. I just gotta stay above 4,000 for Ridge. And reds are the ones I'm short on. So we are saving it for the red. Stardust was before my time playing the game. So, unless they re-release him, which they might, because, you know, Cody's back in the WWE, I will never get Stardust, which I has a sad about. Oh, it's the worst footers. It's the worst. Technically, I don't have to. I can say cards all the time. But, you know, I don't feel like pushing Furpo's buttons today. Because I try not to fight with him. Because generally, to me, he's a pretty decent human being. So, you know, it's a little... Champions does call them posters. Even if we all know their cards, Champions refers to them as posters. So, you know. Whatever. Corporate Mherex in the house. I'm just a shill. Beautiful, Zandel. I approve. Beautiful. Wrestlers. I'll trade you List Jericho for Stardust, Angelo. I'm a total sellout. When you think, like, over the years, what have I been a CC? Like, a year and a half now? Maybe pushing 2 years? I think October will be 2 years. Or 3. A long time. I could look at YouTube. 2 or 3 years in October. I think if you look over the course of those 2 or 3 years, I have not always said things favorable to Scopely. You know? So, I don't think I'm a sellout. I think I'm always been, and I know you're joking, HD. I think I've always been for the game first. Whatever that looks like, where I feel like is for the game. You're not selling out, you're buying in? I don't know that I'd buy in either. I'm pro champions. That's the what I've always said. I want the game to do well because I love champions. I certainly, at times, have my issues with it. And, you know, me and Scopely don't always see eye to eye for sure. I don't have a problem saying that. We're allowed to have our opinions. It's how you phrase them that's important, though, you know? I mean, I can say I don't like something without being destructive, you know? And sometimes they need to do better. But this weekend, they certainly did a good job, in my opinion. I enjoyed Boss Battle. Yeah, I don't have the Dudleys either. I have Arn, but not the Dudleys. So, Legion of Doom, Sonic, if I'm not mistaken, was suing the WWE. So that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. I could be wrong. Marty Jannetty, I think he admitted to, like, killing someone on Facebook. And so I doubt we'll see Marty. I would love Marty because I loved the Rockers growing up. Especially Shawn Michaels before he was HBK. I wanted to be the Rockers. That was Saturday morning wrestling at my grandpa's house. Every Saturday he had it on. The Rockers were my guys. I wanted to be as cool as Shawn Michaels when I was a kid. Alright, here we go. Bridge to 6-star. I enjoyed the Bushwhackers when I was a kid too, 100%. I had no idea what the heck Ultimate Warrior was doing, but he was excited and so was I. Yeah, Sensei, that would have been the time when they released Rocker Sean, right? Okay, Ridgy Boy, there you go. We got the Ridgy Boy leveled up. What does he need to be for his max for Butchie? Well, that's what I'll be doing the rest of the... He'll be getting maxed out the rest of this week. With the stuff, what do you call it? Coin events. Oh, I'm doing so well. The rest of the coin events. So how cool would it be? There's a few things like if you're talking about means nothing other than to wrestling fans, probably every Mr. Perfect's Perfect Plex needs to go straight into the pin. That's one. That needs to happen. As a wrestling fan, as a Mr. Perfect fan growing up, being from Minnesota, that needs to happen, right? Number two, how cool would tag team moves be so we could have like the 3D where the Dudley Boys put someone through a table, or now the Usos 3D somebody? Those two things as a fan, like for sure. And then like Gable's Chaos Theory needs to go right into a pin, right? Bank statement, yeah, like those things would be awesome. Was from the top rope, yeah, Sap Daddy, I would do that, right? Like those are little things. Chad Gable legit is probably at this point, because Sammy's gotten recognition now, KO's getting recognition. I think a lot of people realize how good Jay is now. Chad might be the most underrated guy on the roster at this point. That dude is so good, and so many people have no idea how good he is. You've seen that suplex he did on Big E, right? Where he just like totally slow rolls it right into the bridge suplex. I mean, like the strength on that guy is phenomenal. Like he's crazy strong. Yeah, Sensei, if you have two Ghostbusters in a tag match, they need to cross streams in the intro. Yeah, that's like not quite that level, but you've seen when Mr. Perfect Plex the Giant, right? That's nutty too. If you've never seen that, YouTube that. Oh, dude, Tyler Bate, like, he's my favorite. Of all of the NXT guys, UK, whatever, anyone not on the main roster, Tyler Bate is by far my favorite. There is no way somebody that small should be that strong, and the way he does stuff is just so unique and innovative, right? Like, oh, so good. So good. Tyler Bate's incredible. Hey, Mherex, better tech for 6. Jimmy, Shamrock, or Ezekiel, or other for that matter. I don't know who you all have. Love Tyler Bate, HD. He's incredible. I'm talking about this stuff all day. NXT is pretty fire right now, though, in general. I'm a big fan of Grayson Waller. At first, he annoyed the piss out of me. That dude is just a natural heel. He's really good. Katana Chance. She's super good. I like her a ton. Ivy Nile. Love the Creed brothers. Not to mention Mello. Mello's ridiculously talented, but I love the Creed brothers, especially Julius. Julius is so good, too. So good. Obviously, Braun Breaker's fun to watch, right? And, you know, there's Soul... Yeah, the Soul Snatcher. You guys have seen that, right? Yeah, Ilya Dragunov is crazy, too. HD, 100%. Hey, Trace, how are you? So doesn't Mello fight Braun, right? Whoever loses is probably getting called up, right? I would say. Those two, one of those two's got, both of them are probably on the main roster soon. I thought, honestly, Braun might be around for Mania, to be honest. I thought Grayson Waller was going to beat him, and he dropped the strap to Mania, and then we might see, or drop the strap to Waller, and we might see Braun at Mania, because I think Waller would be a great heel to have a title run in NXT, to be honest. He's super good at being annoying. Melo's been having dark matches? Okay, then he's coming up soon then. Melo, and he's really good on the mic too, right? Melo, not just in the ring, like obviously incredibly athletic. Like he's like like Ricochet, but he can talk. You know, Ricochet does the worst promos ever. I don't like him simply because as soon as he opens his mouth, I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, seriously, you're horrible. Melo is really good. And the Creed brothers remind me of the Steiners, like old school Steiners. You get kind of that vibe from them. Okay, how much time we got left? 4:45. I did my thingamajig, my talent up thing. What am I forgetting anything? Trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. Let's see what I got for the straps. I hate it when it's no bonus. One time. Son of a... So frustrating. Oh, right on, Tiger King. It's pretty useful now. That's frustrating. I know you guys know the pain. I know you got... Yeah, but then it's 100% or something. I have to try. Really? I'm gonna let this through just so everyone can see how dumb you are. Really? A little bit of toxic testosterone masculinity going on there? You okay, Flatline? You good? Need some help? What can we do for you? Senpai sees you. What can I do for you, Flatline? You sound angry. Automod, no. Someone needs a Snickers. Your sword is put away, unfortunately. You mad, bro? I think he's mad. All right. I'm trying to think if we're missing anything from today. Really easy. If you want to beat the nodes with Rhea, Striker, just I use the red, or black, the buff the red and the finisher. That worked really well. If you guys want, I can do the Beth node if that's something people want to see. I can do the Beth node, show you the setup I'm going to use for her without a strap. Yeah, Asuka wasn't too bad. Rhea was pretty easy. Two. Angelo, two. Sounds like you want some beef on these digital streets. Yeah. I mean, I think the intelligence level is not real high, Evo, since they haven't typed again. It's probably taking them a long time to figure out how to find the right keys on the board. Oh no, this would be strapless. It's a strapless build. I'm pretty sure I did a video on this like 2 weeks ago when she was required, or 3 weeks ago. You and me both. All right. Now that one I'm not going to let through because people just don't need to see that, and we're on the official channel. Flatline. So just so you know, it flags all your stuff. But, you know, none of it's going to get through, so enjoy. But no F-bombs. Hey, Siri, what's a good diss to say to Mherex? Yeah, there's plenty of them. Right on, MJ. Um, I mean, triple black has some legs. They're 8 MP, so you can get things to work with triple black, probably. Although I think I would maybe go double black and the countdown. She is used a lot. Currently she's the only Beth till we get IOW. She's also ruthless aggression, right? So she's not a bad one at all. Um, Drip plate to make her good, right? That's about it. Yep, this is the same thing I used last time too, HD. And I think I just rolled with as many flat gem damage trainers as I could. Yeah, but Beth is required for this one. So, full disclosure, guys. Dakota with a drip plate, in my opinion, is probably the best lady in the game that you can get good needing the least. As weird as that sounds, because she needs a drip plate, she really doesn't need anything besides a drip plate. That's all she needs. Dakota, right? But that's a lot. I don't have one of my own. I just have one for previews. Eventually, someday, drip plate will be more obtainable, and Dakota's ridiculous. So I would definitely get these shards. I would also take her to 6-star for her coach ability, and she's good even without the drip plate. Like really good. So, in my opinion, get these shards. She is. At 6-star FOD, I was still hitting for like, wasn't it 5 million guys on the stream? I was hitting for like 5 million, and that was not even with anything amazing on her. I think with a really high gem damage strap and stuff, you might push 6 million, maybe, without a drip. Oh, okay, maybe Greeny Weenie. Yeah, MJ, sure. If I had a drip, it would live on Dakota first, right? 100%. And because she was fun to play too, like really fun to play. A lot of the drip builds aren't that fun to me necessarily. I don't enjoy them. She was fun to play, like legit fun to play. If you want to see it, the video's up on YouTube. It does like 11 million or something like that, and that wasn't even close to the hardest I hit with her. It's just like 3 clicks, boom. It's a lot of fun. MJ, this is the setup with the skill plate that we just got for Hall of Fame HBK as soon as I find him. I'm sure I went past, there he is. He's got 2 hollow stars, and he's not max levels or anything. Nice. Nice, Evo. I really hope now, I do have Austin, no big deal, there's other yellow coaches, right? I put Cena on for the 45% more yellow gem damage, to be honest. Yes, he does, HD. The good thing is, in Feud, that'll mean you start with 6. I'm sorry, 4 yellow MP. So you only need 6. So that makes the first loading of the yellow quite easy. So Cena's kind of a benefit there too. So you don't need to make 5 and a 3. Yeah, Theory's okay. He's more of a coach for Leech Gems. Honestly, Corbin's way better than Theory. If you have Corbin, you're not missing anything without Theory. Trust me. This wouldn't be loaded in Feud. It'd be 1 short. This is, though, and it fills that. And this is the new plate we got. Oops. Blind direct strikes again. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here, guys. That got our yellow gems up to 70k. 3.6. He's probably going to win on the second cycle. That's a lot better than most showboats. Ducky Schultz. Hall of Fame Snoop with both gears and a drip plate is ridiculous. Without the plate, MJ, this is how I was running him. Like it quite a bit. I will show you. This way. Snoop is probably one of the better techs not named Dom with a drip plate. He probably is him. Like my favorite three would be Sammy replaces DX Triple H for me because they do the same kind of thing, heavy move damage. I think Sammy's faster. Technically, DX Triple H can win without giving anyone a turn though, so they both have their uses. Dom with a good setup hits harder than anyone, but he's not perfect because if you get pinned, that's an issue, right? So he's not perfect. One thing, MJ, if you can recycle the purple, you should, because you're not going to win in one turn with this. So I usually do something funny like this, where I try and get some kind of purple recycle to a point, right? So you drain and load with the sub, and then you click your bleed, and the yellow always recycles itself. So it's a 2 million bleed. The finisher is only so big, though. It's not huge. So it takes a few cycles, right? And the sub doesn't naturally recycle, so you'd probably want to use a plate that can get purple on the board, or purple into your thing, or manually recycle like you saw me. That's the thing to know with this build set. But I like this one a lot too. So he's not perfect. Adam isn't. And then Razor with gears needs a lot. With his gear is good if you have like ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous stuff. Most people, Razor's not going to be good, even like that good. Yeah. So any of them are great for boss battle because yeah, what if yes. Snoop is great if you have his stuff. For sure. So Rocker is an incredible yellow shield breaker. Not Rocker, I'm sorry. HBK is Hall of Fame incredible yellow shield breaker because you just spam the finisher, right? Potentially with this new plate that destroys the green, because you're going to get the board back, he can also grow his damage, which is really interesting because there's not a lot of chaotic guys that are in the grow the damage department quite like that. There's Seth, but Seth is very different, often game planned against sort of thing. So the Triple H plate can let him kind of do that. He's got other stuff he can do too. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife showboat, which I like about him. There's just a lot of funky stuff. You can also put this in because this increases your purple. You take the bleed out. It does damage to them and you. So you can also do this thing. And this keeps the sub going. Like this basically will never lose either, MJ. There's this set too. Obviously, I don't have the right trainers on right now, but like if you have Mutant Finn, hashtag 21, never forget, I don't. You can use this build. You don't need to worry about getting your purple back. Make a couple row breaks, do some damage. New Sheamus is very good. I would have loved to have got him. The Juggernaut recycles the purple. So sometimes you'll want to hold on the finisher and swipe, right? If you don't want your Juggernaut broken, like if it's been ticked once during the sub, MJ, then you would hold your finisher, do your swipe, and then just go right back to the sub. So this you would set up, I would set this up like super sub kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because you're probably going to get more damage out of the sub. So I'd set this one up super sub-ish. So same purples, but then both sub Nikki, I think it's Nikki, right? Nikki and Papa Maivia. So super sub that sucker. So like he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. You can just do a lot of different stuff. If they ever add armor 2s in, you can do something with this, right? If they ever add armor 2 in, you potentially do something with that in the choose move. There's just a lot of stuff there. So that's why he's so, and there's not a lot legitimately of simply great showboats, other than Showboat Nakamura. All of them can have their issues to a point. Ghostbuster Austin's incredibly rare. He's one of the better showboats. Sheamus is really good. Finn's really good, but Finnkin's, I like triple yellow. Some people have told me they have trouble getting the yellow to refill or get the subs to land. It worked really well all the times I used him, so I don't know. Sheamus is definitely good. I want to get him. So, Montez, some people really love Montez, yes. I never liked the gameplay, so I didn't take him up, but yes, absolutely another strong one. Sheamus was quite good, I felt like, as well. He's really solid. So yeah, plus another really good trainer. +2 blue MP and all finishers hit harder. That's really useful. Isn't oh, Mutant Damien's your best? I got you. Okay. Hopefully, I was hoping I'm glad we got ladies. I would love if the next free male next month was a showboat. That would be great. I also want to get this guy too. He was super fun. All the Judgment Day actually were really fun. Not necessarily OP, but they were good and they're fun. Bailey's the same. Bailey's was really fun too. Not to mention her coach, your trainer is ridiculously good. This on Liv is nutty. If you want to run Sammy triple green, it's great. I mean, it's gotta be EO Sky, right? Like, no, not inside info. I don't know. But with it being Ladies Week and damage control this month, there's no way it's not EO Sky, right? Like, I'm thinking the same thing, HD. Like, it's gotta be EO Sky. Like, that's 100% my guess. Like, 99.9, right? Like, Cross is really fun. I'd love to get him. Still a long way away. Macho is still a long way away. He's pretty fun. Oh, really? That's exciting. Yeah, we haven't had an Acro. We got Cena, but he wasn't for an MLC, so you're not wrong. Yeah, Showboat and Acro are kind of due. We had a run of powerhouses, right? And what else have we had? Tricksters, because we had Riddle, and then we had Corbin. Striker we haven't had in a minute too, right? Dude Strikers? Am I drawing a blank here? K-Quick was not that long ago. K-Quick and Honky Tonk Man. Oh, for the freebies, HD. For the freebies. K-Quick wasn't that long. Yeah, so we're due for... We had Dom at Tech. Yeah, we're overdue for Showboat and Acro. Yeah, for the freebie guys. Showboat and Acro, we're overdue. I want to test Shayna this week. I'll try and do a 6-star video at some point this week on Shayna. I know a lot of people have questions, and I just don't have a moveset I particularly love without testing, which means I'm going to have to level this too. Get out of here, Sapper. Corbin, he needs the least. So Corbin 1, Dakota 2. Back, like, and Dom, like, those have all been recent. Those 3. Ridge 2, I mean, like in the powerhouses, they basically all win on 2 cycles, right? Like, Ridge does as well as any powerhouse except Andre with a drip plate. And Ridge doesn't need a drip plate. He's Titan all the way for me on Ridge. Like, I mean, Ridge is as good for like normal everyday stuff as any other powerhouse except Andre with the drip plate. Um, the freebies have just been amazing. Yeah, Austin 316 this week. Austin 316. Austin talent up, some tours, chance at Austin cards. So yeah. See, that's another, if that's sneaky HD, that's a really good move set for him too, because 5 columns into X break, that's 100%, plus almost is 100%. You're basically, if I had a veer plate, oh yeah, I could totally see that, dude. And then red Fury metal, because his finisher is not small, right? And then what are you setting it up with? Probably the German suplex. Yeah, would be my guess. Like so. Yeah, that's gorgeous. If I had that would be really tempting with the veer plate too, to be honest, because you could run that all day and feud and never take a hit. And powerhouses, you know, there's not a lot of great. That would be tempting. I would probably do Jimmy for the lulls, but that's a really good setup, dude. With the veer plate, and the braid, that's pretty ridiculously good. Because the thing is, with this one, he can run Santa Hogan. He can get 100% from almost, and then 50% from Honky Tonk Man on all of these X breaks. That's 150% boost plus the braid. So technically, I mean, like, you're way ahead of the game there. Very, very good. Oh, ridiculously. If you're running Cena or plan on running Butch, he is completely game changing for either of them. And if you run any of the countdown move sets for Judgment Day, plus whenever they have a countdown boss, Butch will be lights out, wreck any countdown boss. If they ever do a countdown buff, I'm telling you right now, Butch with Ridge maxed is the answer already. Like, just legitimately, he'll wreck it. So I can't wait for it. It's gonna happen at some point. But 100% more damage on your countdowns. The other thing without Cena is he can actually count against, he can take on Booker. If Booker gives you troubles, Ghostbuster Cena can easily work against him. He is not scared of Booker at all. Because there's always a few open slots to put your countdowns in. So Ghostbuster Cena doesn't give two craps about Booker either. So very good showdown guy if you're controlling him in particular. So is Warrior. Though, to be fair, and Dom, they're all great if you're controlling him as just speed. Oh, holy crap! Hey, I don't have any of the preview guys on my roster. I actually hit 6 million myself today with that. My own roster. Hey, we hit 6 million. Yeah! Hey, let's go! Yeet! You got 100% gem damage ult for Ridge? Oh, I hate you, Drink. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, Io's got to be an acrobat, so she'll probably be a powerhouse. All right. I think I'm about done for the day. I went Raw's on. I don't want to stream too long. Let you guys watch Raw. Any last minute questions? Well, on my stream tomorrow, I'll dink around with Ridge. Probably get him all the way to 26K. Show the difference he makes on Butch. Maybe put him on Cena on stream tomorrow. I might take a break from videos today. Don't know if I'll post a video today. I was busy over boss battle. Posted 5 videos on Friday. That's way too many. So, maybe I'll mess with Shayna. Oh man, I need to mess with Shayna too. Thanks, Chico. I don't really see a reason to do a Beth video for the tour because I did one just a few weeks ago. So check that one out again if you want to know how to beat Beth. It'll be the same setup I used last time for Beth. Yeah, I know we've had a lot of acro ladies. Powerhouse that's good would be great if they're attainable, but you know, we'll see how attainable she is. And I also need to decide if I'm gonna try and work anyone for. Let me look at my 6-star tokens now, because I need to decide if I'm gonna do the thing next week. What worked, Yojo? What worked? Yeah. Oh, the build set worked? Right on. Yeah, IOW Becky's not hard for an opponent for sure. So I do have choose tokens. I might need to get some in. I don't know if there's a trickster I want to take up because those are for Kai. 10 of those are for Kai for sure. I don't think I have a technician I want to do. Powerhouse maybe. Powerhouse maybe. And these are for Bailey. This is for Bailey and this is for Kai. Oh, nice, Sandel. So Bailey and Kai. So no Showboat, no Trickster. Oh my gosh, HD. Are you actually, or are you just trolling? I mean, he's great for farming, so I get it if you want to use him for farming. But I don't know if you farm or not. I don't anymore. Not for a long time. Godfather Sapper? Or somebody else? I should probably take Liv to 6-star. With what Bailey does, I have a 200% move medal. It's pretty dumb that I haven't taken him 6-star. Really, HD? You're not trolling? Alright. I don't like him. His moves are so expensive. And then it's random. I don't like it. I hate random. And I don't farm. So. Alright, doesn't look like we have any last minute questions, so I'm going to call it a stream before you guys get me started on Godfather. Oh, that's fair. The kickoff tours? Okay. If that would make sense if you're going to do that stuff. That makes sense. Godfather would be way better, Sapper. Those are my thoughts. I kind of want to take him to 6-star. Just because it's a taker. And he's probably the coolest looking taker. There's no reason to, but I kind of want to. Best freebie is Corbin and Kai for ladies and girls. Or men's and ladies, whatever. Yeah, it's nice not to care about Stip anymore, HD. I don't even do them except for testing for boss battle. Honestly, you guys with the drip plate, does this not look kind of interesting? It looks interesting to me. If you use this, it's a choose to destroy. You don't have to destroy them. Check this out. So don't choose any blue, obviously. Drip stuff goes out. Choose your greens to load this. Drip plate goes out. And then choose into your black multiply gems with a striker. I feel like that would be pretty decent, actually. I don't have a drip plate, but I feel like that would be pretty decent with the drip, to be honest. TBH. And this is like a really bad Rocker Sean. But you could probably cycle it multiple times. What's this look like maxed out? That stays 5, okay. It's only 10k. Too bad. Too bad. Like, it's so close to being like really decent because you could pop off a couple times potentially, you know, with this move, with this. Dink, 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 and you could recharge, and so it's really close to being interesting to me. It's too bad. 5 random gems into row breaks. So this blows up a whole board of this one. 2 with the sub build. He's got some interesting stuff going on. I don't know. I feel like he would be fun to take 6-star. Just because you could mess around with him. Call me crazy. So, yes, Sensei. Honestly, I've tried to get away from, even though the game says like male and female, there are a lot of times where the word female is used in negative connotations. So I've tried to get away from it. So sometimes I'm thinking ladies, sometimes I'm thinking girls. And I ended up saying both there, right? Like I just try to, because I never thought it was a negative thing, and then I read some stuff on it. I'm like, okay, like I can see where they're coming from, and I've heard where people use it as a negative, where they say like those females or something like that, and I'm like, okay, I can do that. I can try not to. So even though clearly in the game it's fine, but our game says men and women, not male or female, right? Men and women. So I've tried to get away from saying female in general. So that's why, but sometimes I still think about it because I said it for so long without thinking about it, if that makes sense. And it's a small enough thing for me to change on the outside chance someone A might think the wrong thing, or B it might actually bother. So that's why, actually. So, guys, Professor is taking Ezekiel to 6-star, and he's going to try the new Hunter plate on him. So I'm going to raid Professor. You guys can check that out. Oh, I'm fine with offending some people on some things, Evo. Right? Oh, I don't know, Adkins. That might be fun, possibly. Yes, yes. Evo, don't get me wrong. Like, there's some stuff I'm fine offending people for. This is one of those things where I actually don't mind trying, right? Like, I don't think this is one that's like a snowflake case when you look at like wage discrepancies, the fact that, you know, ladies are still scared to go places at night, in the dark, alone, sometimes things like that because of men, you know? So, and that's not saying all men are bad, obviously, but the highest proportion of people hurting women are men. So let me get you a Discord link. So I get it. And I want to try to be conscious of that. It's not hard to try and make the world a better place. There's my Discord link. But yes, you're always going to offend some people. For sure. So I don't worry about it most of the time. But if it's something I can do that's not a hardship on me, I will try to do it. And it just hopefully gets better every generation. You ever listen to some old people talk, and like boomer age and older, and you listen to them talk, and they are so racist and they don't even know it just by what they say? It's sort of scary sometimes. You're like, do you even realize what you sound like? There is MJ. So if you max, you can buy you get 4 tokens for maxing. In here. I show you. Unless it's down right now. Here. Right? Every holiday dinner. You're like, oh my gosh, my grandma is so freaking racist. It's not funny. Can't believe she said that. Or thinks that, you know? So you do get her guaranteed. It's just now you have options in case you didn't want her. It's a nice change, actually. Or if you get the 5K recruit and you didn't have Bailey, you could get both. Yep, it's a great improvement. So literally come hang out and check Professor out. He's going to be messing with the new plate on Ezekiel at 6-star. Not Ezekiel, whatever, Ezekiel. I'm not smart, I'm from Indiana, that's fair. I'm not smart either. Also, thank you everyone for being on. I enjoyed the stream today. Check Professor out, show him some love. I'm gonna go have some dinner with the fam. And maybe no video tonight. I think I'm gonna take the night off. I was busy. So no video tonight. I'll maybe do 2 tomorrow to make up for it. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. And you took the moment? Did you have the plate already, Sapper? I'm not going to judge you too much. What's the link? That's to my Discord. Oh, wow. Well, that's fine if you wanted to. Like, it's great on Andre. I'm assuming that's why you got it. Andre's going to be stupid with it. I already got Tech Bailey HD. Finally did. Finally did.